It's one thing to compare your relationship with other people's relationships, or to compare your partner with other people around, and it's difficult. It can be a tricky situation. Comparison is truly the thief of joy. But things get even more complicated when you start comparing your partner to different versions of them. So, for example, case number one, you compare how your partner acts with you with how your partner acts with other people. For example, your partner might be kinder, more patient, more out there for other people, be it friends or colleagues or even strangers. But when it comes to you, they act more difficult, they act different. They know exactly how to console other people, they know exactly how to say the right thing to other people. But when it comes to you, they seem to forget all sort of sympathy and kindness and compassion. And in such circumstances, it's even more difficult because everybody likes that exclusivity in behavior when it comes to partners. Of course, you would want your partner to treat you their absolute best. You would expect your partner to show utmost kindness to you when they say that they love you, right? Like if someone loves you, they should be the kindest to you. But in certain circumstances, that does not happen. Sometimes your partner seems to be the best person to other people, but not to you. Like literally, they will act like they are the most amazing person, just like the right person for everyone around. But with the person that they say they love the most, they act their rudest, their meanest. Case number two, you compare your partner to how they were in their previous relationship. So if you've been in a situation where you've seen your partner's previous relationship up close, or you have heard stories or seen incidents or just found out something about how your partner was in their previous relationship, your mind might constantly go to things like, oh, like in his last relationship, he was so patient. He would keep getting her flowers. He would do this for her. He would do that for her. But when it comes to me, he does not do that. And I'm an even better lover to him, but he still does not do these things for me. Or like she used to do this for him, that for him, but she does not do that same things for me. Or she's changed now. And your brain will instantly compare and think, oh, am I not as good? Like, am I not as good as that person? And then there's also feelings of jealousy. And then case number three, in some situations, unfortunately, you also witness your partner after your relationship comes to an end. You see how differently they act with the new person. You see how they're much more kinder, much more patient. They are doing things that you practically begged for much more easily for them. You know, they start loving them how you always wanted them to love you. And they're not so busy. They don't hate it when that person cries. When you cried, he would get so mad. But when she cries, he is so hurt. He wants to help her. They are exactly who you thought they were, but for someone else. But the thing is, number one, the grass always seems greener on the other side. Your brain constantly goes to things like, am I not good enough? That is why I'm being treated like this. And sometimes you also question things like, are we not the right people for each other? And maybe you're not, maybe you are not right for each other. But see, not being right for someone does not mean you're not good enough. Just because you were not right for one person or one person was not right for you does not mean that you guys are not good enough individually. And even though they are a much better lover to the other person, maybe things might still not work out between them, and that is just everyone else's story. And maybe there is someone out there who is also exactly perfect for you, or might just be the kind of person you want, or be the kind of person who wants someone like you. Regardless, there will still be moments where it will feel like, no, they are just so much better to other people, or like, no, they were so much better with their ex, or they're so much better with their new person. There are always moments like these, especially when you yourself lack self-esteem, or you are like not very sure of yourself, you have some insecurities. These thoughts are very common. But another thing I wanted to talk about is so this entire episode is based on one of my journal entries that you might have heard. either on Instagram or YouTube. It is something around, they will love someone else the way you always wanted them to love you. I will link it in the description or something if you want to listen to that. But whenever I share this piece online, I always use this particular song with it. And it's this old song called Badan Par Sitare Lapete Hue. And when you listen to the song, it's like so upbeat and peppy. You might think like, dude, it just does not match the aesthetic. But I have a reason, right? So this song has these couple of lines that say, मोहब्बत की ये इंतहा हो गई कि मस्ती में तुमको खुदा कह गए. I do believe that these lines complement this journal entry very well, and that's because sometimes in relationship we start worshipping the other person, and fair enough, love does require a certain slice, a bit of worshipping or showing that sort of faith, but sometimes we make people giants in our life, and when these giants sin or they make mistakes, that disappointment hits harder. This person that you love so much, this person that you thought is like absolutely perfect, is now suddenly acting weird and suddenly acting like they just changed overnight, and your heart cannot take it because that disappointment is just too much to bear. And that also happens because not only because you are disappointed in how they're acting, somewhere or the other you're just disappointed in your own choices. You trusted this person so much, you showed so much faith in them, and now they're acting like this. You start questioning, how could I make the wrong choice? Is something wrong with me? You want to tweak things constantly so that the version that you have in your head, which is, oh, this person is perfect, they're amazing for me, can stay intact even if that person is choosing to act differently. People are people and they can disappoint sometimes. They can not act like the best version of themselves that you have in your head. And is that really a deciding factor for what should be done? No, like that is a choice that you make based on how you're feeling and what your priorities are. I wouldn't say lower your expectations about people, because you should have higher expectations, especially from someone that you're so close to, but just having that appetite for dealing with disappointments, that could help. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.